grab your wine.
It's
not the time that I got accused of murder. I was in Japan at the time. There was this chick there that I worked with. If you know, you know. She was my like sponsor person when I first got there. One particular day, we had a little disagreement. I was just getting off duty. We didn't have enough people in our clinic at the time to support getting a day off after duty. So I didn't get off until 6:30 the next morning. So you know, bro, I'm dog tired. Like I was probably not in a good mood that morning. But okay, whatever, right? I get to work and I see her sitting there in my little area that I used to sit in. Now, it really wasn't a big deal because we would kind of swap rooms no matter what. I worked in a hospital at the time. I still have my backpack on, still have my cover in my hand. I haven't even taken my ID out of my wallet to log into my computer yet. I noticed outside of the door where she was sitting at, there was a sheet of paper in there. And our doctors used to put this piece of paper in there to let you know that they're ready for you to take the appointment back. She was supposed to be our in charge person. Remind you, we're all still the same rank. But so I was like, oh, hey, girl, you have a patient that's waiting. It's in your box. And so I go and I set my backpack down and I'm getting ready to take all my stuff out and get ready to go. She comes in and she's like, I need you to take this patient. And I was just like, no, I just got here. Give me a second. Like, let me put my stuff down. Let me log into my computer first. And she was just like, well, I need you to take them. And I'm like, well, what did I just say? Because like, what? No. Like, you see me trying to do something. Whatever. So she storms out. I am the goddamn LP. You're not going to talk to me like that. Again, I don't take the patient back because I was like, I'm still getting ready to do this. But I knew she was the type of person that want to go snitch to her HM2, wants to go, you know, like she's one of those types. So I get up, I walk back to where she's at, and this is why I messed up. I really probably should have just left it alone at that. But I was like, bruh, all right, look. I was coming in to be like, you know, I didn't have to talk to you like that. Like, it didn't need to get to that point. My bad. Y'all. Closes the door behind me. I'm standing here, door's behind me. So she walks over, I move out of the way. She closes the door, hit me. I'm talking open hand, hit me. Like, I was so dumbfounded. My glasses went that way, and I'm still standing here. So all I could see was red at this point. I was like, wait, what? Did she just hit me? Like, it took me a second to process what even just happened. After that, I saw red. It was curtains. The next thing I know, and I mean, I'm hitting whatever I could find at this point. Like, just whatever I could feel, whatever I could get my hands on is what I swung at. I know, right? Me in a fight. I just want to take a break and rewind. The day before all of this happened, her and I were kind of talking or whatever, you know, like we were just, she was like, yeah, so I'm pregnant. And I was like, ooh. Well, welcome to the family, niece or nephew, whoever it is that we're going to have. But all of that went out the window, like went completely out the window after she hit me. And so now we scrapping and like she's screaming, get her off of me, get her home, screaming. People start running over to like where we're at, and like the door just swings open and I see one of my lieutenants there. So I let go. I was like, hands up, don't shoot. And she's still, I mean, 10 out of 10. She got the Oscar. And holding her stomach. You've been pregnant for all of 3 minutes. But okay, go off, right, sis? So the next thing I know, I'm being escorted upstairs to the command suite with the MAs because apparently there was somebody who like called a code green over the hospital announcements. For those of you that don't know what that is, a code green is a combative patient or a combative person. Who do you think the combative person was in this situation? Me or her? I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. She's in a wheelchair as I'm leaving. Like, she's in a wheelchair, y'all. And I'm not saying this like, oh my gosh, you know, like this is what I did to her. But like, she's so dramatic. She was so dramatic. She had these people bring her in a wheelchair. I'm pregnant and she hit me. And she's holding her nose and all of this. So the next thing I know, I'm sitting up there waiting on my chain of command to basically come get me because clink, clink. I feel like I'm in jail. A department head, she comes up to me and she was just like, so what happened? Because like, you know, what happened? And I was like, I have no idea what happened. All I know is I went in there to go talk to her because we had a disagreement this morning. She hit me, I hit her back. This is where we are. Okay, because she's saying you attacked her. Attack? First of all, I am 5'2". At the time, I think I was like, what, 130 something, 140, soaking wet. Like, all right, I wasn't little. They had me write down my statement about what happened, and then she said, and then she did, and I get served with this MPO. I had to sign. They were like, we need you to go back up there. You have to sign some more paperwork. And I was like, for what? Like, and I'm unfamiliar to this process because I'm not a troublemaker. Like, military protective order, meaning I can't be within, I think it was like 15 feet of this girl because I supposedly attacked her. Again, she hit me first. So I'm just confused as to like, where's her paper? Why is she not signing something? So y'all, I signed this paper, but the gag is, I'm like, we work in the same department. So like, does this make any sense? And I lived in the barracks at the time, and it's community laundry. So if she's going in to go like wash her clothes and I'm happen to be in there, I gotta leave. Like, does that make sense? If I see her at the next or something, I gotta leave. And they were like, yep, that's exactly what that means. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. So my chief ended up putting me on leave. And the next thing I know, everybody's coming up to me, asking me, what happened? What happened? What happened? Is that whatever? And I was like, I don't know. So of course, you know, I'm going to DRB. And at this point, I had already been there like twice now. Again, I'm not a troublemaker. Just bad things be happening to me. I'm in DRB and I'm standing there. You know, the chiefs, they chewing my ass a new one. And I'm standing there and then I'm like, okay, yep, I'm stupid. Yep, I don't know any better. Yep, I'm ratchet, I'm ghetto. Mind you, I'm none of that. Like, at all. Like, I eat baked chicken. Like, what's the problem here? But okay, whatever. One of the chiefs asked me, he was just like, so have you spoken to her since then? I was like, I mean, no. He's like, you didn't think that you should apologize? And I was like, well, she hit me first. So, and he was like, yeah, we have her statement here. It says that she did hit you first, but she felt attacked. I said, wait, excuse me, what? I lost all military bearing at that point. She said, what? And then I had to remember where I was. So I was like, yeah, I just don't agree with that statement. And they were like, well, yes, because she's alleging that she was pregnant. Did you know she was pregnant? I was like, I mean, yeah, but I found out the day before, like, she's only been pregnant for 2 seconds. You assaulted a pregnant woman? And I was like, what? Long story short, they were like, look, after the ass chewing is over, here's the deal. I probably would have did the same thing if somebody hit me and then admitted it. But you know, the fact is, you knew she was pregnant, so you should have been the bigger person and walked away. After she hit me, like, I should have walked away. And they were like, well, that's just how it is in the Navy. So I got it, no problem. So I took my punishment on the chin. I went all the way up to XOI. That only took all of 5 seconds. He looked at me and was just like, yeah, you going up. Then I get in front of the CO and same thing. He was like, you're guilty. Guilty as charged, 45 days, reduction in rank. I don't know, they threw the whole book at me. Now I'm about to take my punishment on the chin and just do my 45 days and move on with my life, right? That's not what happens. What ends up happening is, where I'm on restriction now at this point, so I have to go muster 50 million times a day, be checked in my uniform, for those of you that don't know what that means. That day I noticed that she's not there. Like, I'm looking confused, like, excuse me, we're guilty of the same crime here. Why is she not standing here next to me? You know, having her space invaded and inspected. And they said that she's on leave because she had a miscarriage. And I'm sitting here like, hate to see, sucks to suck. Oh well, moving on with my life. I have another homegirl who approaches me and she was just like, yeah, so like, did you hear the news? And I was like, what's the news? Like, what's the news? And such, had a miscarriage, and she's just like really upset about it. Like, she said that, like, you killed her baby. Like, I killed her baby? I killed her baby? Excuse me, what? I did what? He would go around and tell people in the hospital that she had a miscarriage because she was so stressed and that I killed her baby. Me. I killed her baby. Me. People came up to me and were just like, yeah, like, she said that she miscarried because you hit her and that's why she wasn't able to have the baby. So she's really stressed and she needs to not be on restriction. When I say I almost lost my mind, I was like, hold on, what? I'm the girl that got into a fight, the girl that's on restriction, the code green girl. People had all of these rumors and stuff coming up to me like, I heard you fought an officer. No, I heard that like you did this, blah, blah. I was sick of answering questions at this point, but this one took the cake. Not that I killed the baby. Now I'm a baby killer. Child. So I was like, this is just too much. Like, it wasn't too long after that she ends up coming and like not, because I had to stay in this little restriction room. Like, it was terrible. My skin broke out. Like, it was really bad. I'll tell you about that experience like another time, because boy, was that was stressful. But she comes and knocks on the door and she was just like, hey, so like, you know, we can just say that this is over now. Like, we can just, you know, like, let's just let it be, right? Like, it's, you know, it doesn't have to be like this anymore. And I'm like, don't get the fuck out my face. I closed the door because I was like, nope, you're not gonna get me. Next thing you know, you're gonna be trying to tell people that I came over here by you, I'm violating the order, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I killed your baby, supposedly. So no, like, just get away from my door. So I shut the door, and then that was that. And then her and her baby daddy ended up getting married, and then they had another baby. As a reminder, just as a conclusion to this very tragic story, her and the guy she got pregnant by ended up getting married, and he sent me a friend request on Facebook a couple years ago, and I found out they had a second baby, but he was unfortunately born with like cerebral palsy or something, so there's that.
I might just hit it through a horse, that's on my element. I like boss skins, love a melanin, talk, pushing, talk.